this is Beldragos back on the Chili server featuring the Sprout pack. I would like everybody to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you can be notified of when I upload new links. I just want to let you know that I will be heading to Germany for 2 weeks to visit family. I'm going to record some videos so I can set up the scheduler to let them drop while I'm away. That way anybody who's following me is not miss out. The videos are going to be mainly continuing on with the blood magic, since that's what I'm currently doing and can document. You have to pardon the video. This is the second time I'm redoing it. I forgot to leave a cord plugged in and did an entire video with no audio. Stupid amateurs. But last time we left off, I had completed the second tier. The blood altar itself is the first tier, and the stones around there. I mistakenly stated at least twice that there needed 9 runes underneath the altar for the second level. You only need 8. The middle does not need to be filled in. I misspoke. But as I said, I was going to finish the mock-up of the entire pyramid, and while off camera, and this is what it looks like. Isn't that a thing of beauty? The wood stairs, just for convenience, I'm going to replace them with something else, probably something working with the chisel and bits. The corners don't need to be flared out, but I think it looks better. All the cobblestone will be replaced by runes, and we've set this up so I can make blank, capacity, and self-sacrifice runes, just using the system in here. I've got the altar set up, so this hovering hourglass, which comes from the Britannia, which is, I set up a small beginning over here so I can get the mana glass needed for it. All you need to do is drop a couple pieces of glass in the pool, and if there's enough, well, it doesn't work with clear glass, but if there's enough, you'll end up with mana glass, which you need 2 pieces to make. The floating hourglass. What you do with the floating hourglass, each piece of sand is 1 second. So if you right click with 15, it'll start working. Every 15 seconds this will flip. When the timer reaches 0, it'll flip and trigger a redstone signal. Now if you had anything in the altar, like I had one of these blank slates, it'll take and drop it in the hopper and move it into the altar. Now this is set up with a filter, so with imbued slates will be coming out, so it'll work through, but you have to be careful, because it will, here, let me throw these in here so I don't have anything, it will double the item that's in there and reset it. Let's throw some stone in here. Only takes 10 seconds to create a blank from the stone, so you can see how it works if we wait a moment. The only problem is when the game decides to freeze on you. You have to have this filter set correctly. Put that in there. Let's try this with everything set up right. Dropped, went in. It's being imbued by the altar. And will get pulled out. And another one will take its place. That's all. You can make stacks of them as long as you keep this full. Next thing we need to do is we need to make some arcane ashes, so we can wrong button. So we can make these slates. Divination Sigil needs an alchemical array, a blank slate, and redstone. I have a blank slate, and the redstone, but we need to make the arcane ashes, which is made in the Hellfire Forge using will and these items. Grab these out. Bone powder. There goes redstone. Bad memory, too old. Gunpowder and coal. Gunpowder. And I gotta grab coal from over here. Grab up half of it. It's not really much use. Oh, I grabbed it from the furnace. Silly. Now, we need will. I don't think there's enough will in this, but again, you can get those with the rudimentary snares, because this only has 0.64. We shall try. I already made a gem in the last video. But gunpowder, redstone, bone meal, and coal. See, it pulls the will, powers it, and turns it into arcane ashes. Actually, that didn't use any, so I'm not going to argue with that. You gotta love freebies. Arcane ash, you right click to draw this sigil down, and then when you use it, it's important that you put the redstone in first, then you add the slate to get the sigil. And one of the other ones, you have to put reagents, add the slate, and again you make this stuff in the Hellfire Forge using Tataric gems to fuel it. But let's put redstone in. See, it changes the diagram. Put the slate in and it animates. A really cool animation. And when it's done, you end up with a divination sigil. It's not of any use until you right click to attune it to yourself. See, current owner Beldragos. What it does is it tells you what the amount of LP in your network is if you're not pointed at anything. So that tells me I have 31,940 LP in my network. It's important to keep that as full as possible. If I click on the altar, it tells me that it's currently a tier 3. It's good. Currently it holds 23,000 and its capacity is 34. That's because I've placed some of these rune stones. The capacity stone increases the altar 2,000 LP for every stone. As you see, it's at 34 instead of 10. So that means I've got 12 of these capacity stones. The Rune of Self-Sacrifice adds 10% for each stone. I've got 16 in here, so instead of 200, It's 160% added bonus added onto that for any sacrifices that I do with my little dagger. Where is it? Here it is, right here. Again, that's got 23440. Let me hit myself once and check again. 23960. So it's about 500 currently, roughly. We'll take and throw the sigil in here. It's useful to tell how full things are. I'll put that back in here. Okay, to make a petty gem, you need to go in the Hellfire Forge and using some will, redstone, gold ingot, piece of glass, and lapis. Redstone, gold ingot, let me grab a couple redstone, you never know, some glass, and lapis. Let's see if we can use this up. Go over here, put a piece of redstone in. Got to put the gold, the glass, the lapis. Will this be enough? Nope, you have to have at least one. That has less than one. So what you do is you have to go out and kill something so we had at least one, but we don't have time for that right now. I want to show you the process. So that made a Tataric gem. It's got 0 points in it. The one that I have here, it's 41. Okay, a petty gem will hold 64 will. A lesser gem will hold 256. A common 1024. A greater 4096. And the largest, a grand, will hold over 16,000 will. And the willpower is used to power weapons, armor, the processes. So it is useful to have around. Another thing is to make the lesser, you need a petty to act as the base of it. Then you need diamond, lapis, and the redstone. Okay, let's grab lapis, diamond, and then we'll quick make a block or two. A block of lapis. And I believe I needed a redstone. Let me double check this. Redstone, lapis, diamond in a basic. So we put the redstone, lapis, diamond, and the basic we just made, and something to power it. I don't have enough. I need 64. So we have to go out and get more will. Or I can use the one that I have right here. You have to take and fill it up. And how do you fill it up? You kill things as usual. But if you combine a petty with an iron sword, you will make wrong button. I apologize. You will make a sentient sword. When you kill things with a sentient sword, the willpower goes into the largest gem you currently have. So if I were to go out and start killing things, the willpower that would drop would go into this gem. But we're going to need this full to make the next tier. Which will be common. Common uses a diamond, imbued slate, block, and a lesser, which we just made. So I'm just going to grab the imbued slate I have in here and set this up. I do not believe we have enough willpower in our stuff, so here's the lesser, imbued slate. I need that block of gold and the diamond. Block of gold and a diamond. Drop some of this stuff back in. I do not believe this is enough to power it, so we're going to have to go out and kill some stuff. Yay! Let's go find something to kill. Maybe we can piss off Mr. Enderman. No, they run around too often. Creeper, they blow up too fast. Can't get anything because they got too much XP. Wolf isn't a target. So let's go down in this hole here. Maybe that Enderman will follow us. Nope. Yes. Good old zombies. Actually, I want to make sure that I only have this one gem in my inventory that we'll use. Oh, is if you pick up any willpower when you have a gem in your possession, it will go automatically into. It's got 256. That's completely full now. Let me grab this other one so I can demonstrate this. Get rid of the trash. Okay. As you see, this has 41.26, and we're going to drop this one and on the ground, and when it gets picked up, it'll change. .9. That's not much, but that wasn't much of a willpower gem to have. Yeah, I got a nice little spawner here. I should take it and block this in so I can use it as an easy hunting ground. I'll take and move this at a later date. So it can be used better. Come on, get out of my way. I'm trying to make up a spot to kill you guys. Okay, you asked for it. Bad thing about having difficulty 10. Everything takes so long to kill. Now this one's almost completely full. Got another one of these riot shields, which I really don't want. But I'll take and put a door in here. I'm going to use this as a spot when we need more light. Let's get back. This warp GUI is so nice. Let's get back to the blood. You can set this up in your options, controls. If you scroll all the way down to the FTB mods, the warp GUI pops up all your home saves and allows you to just hit a button and click instead of typing in your home and your name. It's so nice. One of the best things that I found in there. Let's see. We need this. Well, this is my backpack that I got it. I have it set so I can just open it up with a key. Let's see if we can increase this. Oh, we got some color. We got some mana being used. How much did it use? It's 256 down to 206, so used 50, but we have a common Tataric gem. Now we can go about filling that up by battle. Don't worry, I'll do that off screen. I got a nice little zombie spot. Just waiting for that. Let's get rid of that. Now, to make runes. The blank runes, the recipe for that is 6 stone, 2 blank slate, and a weak blood orb. And I love this little system. There's my 4 that I just made. And for the capacity runes, you need 3 buckets, imbued slate, a blank rune, and then some stone. For your self-sacrifice, you need glowstone, a reinforced slate, which is, I believe, stage 3, and this is wrong. It's supposed to be your apprentice orb. Yes, I changed that. And then with that you can take, I don't have one anymore, but with that you can take and increase the efficiency of your sacrifice. There is a regular sacrifice one which works with mobs, and we're going to be switching over to that at a later date. But if you've got regular rune, I think I have one in my backpack. Yeah, I'll take one of these. If you want to take and reset it, just put it in crafting, and you can pull out a blank rune. It resets it. But I'm going to want to use that later. I believe the last thing I'm going to be talking about is binding agents. Another thing you can make is a binding agent, which you can use to make armor and weapons. Here, for example, a binding agent and an iron helmet in the alchemy array will give you a living helmet, which will gather its own experience. And as I said earlier, the petty gem and the iron sword will create a sentient sword, but a bound sword, here it is, you need a binding reagent and a diamond sword. The bound sword, when you kill a creature, will drop a blood shard, which you combine with stone to make bloodstone. So to complete the next tier and replace those, we need bloodstone and runes among that line. Yeah, I accidentally killed myself with the blood trying to make slates for these. So there's my death counter. Every time I kill myself that way, I will leave one of my heads. The head of shame watching me. So to make a binding reagent, you need glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, and a gold nugget, and at least a common or greater. Good thing we've got some. Here's a common. Unfortunately, it needs to be filled. So let's go back. I'm gonna do this off camera. I don't want to subject you to endless fighting overpowered mobs. So I'm gonna draw the episode closed on this. I will take and fill up my common gem that we just made so you can see how it's done. I'd like to thank you for watching. I won't do much here other than try to fill up that gem, which we need to continue. Again, hit those likes and subscribe buttons and let everybody know to come and watch us. Thank you very much, and have yourself a good day.